occasion. I stay ready cause destiny impatient. Changes, I've been seeing changes. If you talking fire, then we speak the same language. And mine don't ever get extinguished. Can count my friends on one set of fingers. And they trying to cut the supply, but my energy is at an all-time high. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live. And I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, but man woke up superhuman. Pressure turned me into a giant. A thin line between living and I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. No turning.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Los Angeles, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll...
It's time for the NBA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Towns is out there at Malone. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Jordan in at the two-guard spot. And for the Lakers, we've got Chamberlain, Moses Malone out there with Richmond. Then it's Robinson. And it's Kidd in at the one. Now here's Richmond. Malone with the block. Pippen against Richmond. Pippen can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Richmond kicks to Kidd and taken away by Magic. Chamberlain with the rebound.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Richmond outside. Lakers passing it around. Here is Richmond. Here is Robinson. Clock at 6. Towns against Chamberlain. Richmond for 3.
Pippen known as a lockdown defender, and with good reason. He has great length and quickness and outstanding defensive instincts, which annoy shooters.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
Now here's Pippen following the shot by Mitch Richmond. Pippen, the pass to Johnson. And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Kidd kicks to Richmond. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And with the Nuggets, Clark, all those assists, even with a slow pace of play. That was something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, but they really were their best when they played up-tempo, I thought. It makes use of their home court advantage, gets the crowd involved. But really, guys, it was the passing. They play with such a high IQ and have so many good playmakers. It's beautiful to watch.
It's good on the putback.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And Angeles with some changes. Miller comes in for Robinson. And West subs in for Jason Kidd. And then for Denver, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Embiid comes in for Karl Malone. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Magic Johnson. Now, here is Irving. Fires top of the key. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got 4 rebounds now tonight. Miller, the pass to Chamberlain. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, right there, on display, the power and body control of big Wilt Chamberlain. He just shrugs off contact as if it doesn't even exist.
Simmons checked in for Denver. Bradley Beal comes in for Jordan. The Nuggets trail by 7. And here is Irving. They need this. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Excellent defense there. We know what kind of competitor West is. I mean, right up on top of the shooter there.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Bradley Beal. Embiid is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. Here's West, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. West has got his first 2 points. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Simmons. Buries it down low.
Hey, really, you don't have many more options when Simmons is that close to the cup. I mean, this guy is just too smart.
Richmond outside. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Miller. Over Embiid. And the Lakers get it back. The shot by Chamberlain, no good. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Only given up 2 points this quarter. Outside, Beal. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Beal. Embiid's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. The Lakers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Miller kicks to Malone. 43 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's West. Here's Chamberlain. And another shot. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Cousins. Simmons looking around. Outside Irving. Irving double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Tipped away. And here is Los Angeles now. West against Irving. West the bounce pass. Here's Malone. And again, no good by the Lakers. And that's it for the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody. It was a shaky first quarter for Denver. Abysmal shooting from the field. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Malone is out there with Richmond. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Robinson. And it's Kidd in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Malone kicks to Richmond. And that one hits back iron. Denver in the lead. Here's Pippen. A rebound by the Lakers. Malone's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A floater. Johnson with the block.
Tell you what, the long arms and great wingspan of Johnson, well used and suited for the shot denial.
The 15-footer. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Maravich, he's checked in for Moses Malone. And here are the Nuggets now. They lead by 1. Chamberlain with the block.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain. Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
The pass to Malone. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Malone's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nuggets. Lakers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Outside, Maravich. Towns with the defensive effort. Denver leading by 3. Pippen for 3. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 9 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Maravich. He's covered by Malone. Out to Maravich. Lakers working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Here's Kidd. Connects on the 17-footer. Kidd's got his first basket of the night.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Here's Richmond for the lead. And the rejection by Pippen.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
Here's Kidd. Chamberlain trying to get open and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Johnson surveying the floor. Down low. It's deflected. And Towns throws it down.
I tell you what, it should absolutely be illegal for a 7-footer to be able to leave the ground that fast. But Towns has made it legal.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets ahead, leading by 3. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver. Michael Jordan is out there with Irving. Then it's Malone. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Pippen in at the small forward. Jordan against West. Miller outside. Back to West. Shoots over Pippen. And it's West missing. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Robinson dishes to West. Over Jordan. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
A clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really, Greg, just shows you the toughness and determination this man had. Impressive.
Embiid, no good. Lakers trail by 5. West outside. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defense of Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots.
Irving against Parker. Nobody near Irving. And Denver again with the bucket.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Some changes for the Lakers. Chamberlain's checked in for West. Richmond comes in for Miller. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Tony Parker. And a switcher also for Denver. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Embiid. Robinson hits them both.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're up by 5. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He challenged them to hold on to the lead. He said, "You're in control of the game right now, and it's up to you if we win this game. Take the responsibility and own it and close this thing out like you can. See if you can get it done, guys."
And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Nuggets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Boy, the court awareness of Magic Johnson, coupled with his 6'9" size, make him as unique a point guard as we've ever seen, who does everything for this team. Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Richmond for 3. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, Mitch Richmond, a great shooter from outside the arc. Really measures those shots well.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. to the paint. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Three-pointer, Kidd. And it's Denver with the rebound. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. No good there. So we see Denver get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
I made my wife. Said I alone, I told that she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of. Don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. Fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Myself, nah. Right, I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, I might got. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Wilt. 96 Impala on wheels. Up against the wall at Fox Hills. Like a boss asked me how I feel. Successful street, touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I went legit. I'm the now according to the way that I'm positioned in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know them West Side. For rap, this, bust, all this rap money. Look, I need
need too much. Money, loyalty, and love in the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustles seem to rush? Las Vegas, yeah, you. After all that looking tough, all he seen was 50 Cent and Mayweather with us. True story. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look.
Spinning from uptown, I put a bus down. Yeah, oh, then I keep to my spinning loca in the kitchen. Puzzle, we gon' like with Sammy Sosa. Put that Billy to the limit, you can smell a odor. Spinning, call me when I'm pulling up in that two-door diamonds, different color. Uno, all these hundreds on me, mommy made my pockets look like sumo.
That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. Welcome, folks. Thanks for... Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Duncan. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Carter. And it's Frazier in at the point guard. And for the Wizards, Bird out there with Irving. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Durant. And it's Curry in at the one spot. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Washington. Bird outside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
And that one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. And up the court come the Kings on the break. James left side. Trying to get open is Shaq. James, no good.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Here's Irving. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Now here's Frazier. Carter left side. James outside. A new 14 for the Kings.
Oh.
Nasty. O'Neal is a force of nature. And once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Abdul-Jabbar against O'Neal. Pulls up on the wing. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Curry against Frazier. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Sacramento making some changes. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Carter, and it's Rose in for Frazier. 56 seconds left in the first. The pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots over Shaq, and the shot is long.
That's the only way to hold him in check. When he's got it inside, you got to have a body on him right away.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Drexler passes to Curry. He's with it. Passes it to Abdul-Jabbar. It's blocked by Shaq.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
And here's Rose outside. Rebound, Washington. Curry with a wide open look. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
You know what? The area code just doesn't matter with this guy. Steph just dropping bombs.
On its way from Rose for two. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Well, governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
On the court for Sacramento, Derrick Rose is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan, and it's Gasol at center. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, you love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Irving, it's blocked by Shaq, and he's able to get it back. To the inside, Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Rose. Carter's got the lead up to 14 now for Sacramento. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Bird, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
And Washington making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. Now the Kings with it. A big stretch here going 10-2. O'Neal against Abdul-Jabbar. Shaq's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Ginobili. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 6. And here's Bird for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch-and-shoot game.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Sacramento came out looking very confident. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an 11-2 lead. They ended up leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the... And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, Jay, the blocks are impressive, no doubt, but his intimidation factor actually prevents certain shots from ever being taken at all.
And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Durant is out there with Steph Curry. Then there's Irving. And it's Bird in at the power forward position. That's the rope for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Durant, the pass to Bird.
Yeah, and every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
This is his first free throw of the game. Bird hits them both. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break. This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over O'Neal. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Abdul-Jabbar.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Here's LeBron. LeBron is doubled. Duncan kicks to Frazier. Back to Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Curry gets the bucket.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
LeBron outside. The Kings shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Sacramento making some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Duncan. Leonard comes in for Vince Carter. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Frazier. Shaq kicks to Rose. Second shot opportunity. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Kings lead by 11.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Doncic dishes to Ginobili. And the layup's good off the glass. Ginobili's got his first bucket of the night.
I mean, it's time for him to take over. He's played it cool long enough. And I think he realizes that.
Rose surveying the D. And Shaq with the slam.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Irving. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings lead by 11. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Rose. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's LeBron in at the shooting guard.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Leonard against Drexler. The rebound by Gasol.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, this has gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Shaq is really having a good game here.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Curry. Pass to Bird. It's hauled in by the Kings. Duncan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Frazier against Curry. Frazier the pass to Carter. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. And the Kings lead by 19. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you gotta love.
Right. Now the pass to Bird. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Irving. Count it.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Kings.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. KD finds Curry. Back to Durant. Frazier against Curry. Pass to Durant. The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's Bird. Shaq with some nice D. Stolen by Bird. It's blocked by Shaq. Curry against Frazier. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.